Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today it's going to be episode 2 of the Wigan Athletic Career Mode, and this is the episode that we are going to be playing our first games in the league, and we're going to be trying out our new 4-2-4 formation with Moussa Dembele and Loftus-Cheek as our new signings, and the youngster, which is Gracia at left wing. I do want to pick up a right back though, so I'm going to scout these two guys. We've got Adam Henley from Blackburn Rovers and Nicholas Yenneris from Brentford, who used to play for Arsenal, I think. But I do want to be getting rid of Daniels, because even though he's pretty young, I can't really see him starting at right back in the first team, especially when he's a centre back. And I might go for a centre back as well, because Barnett, although he looks pretty good, he seems pretty old. So they're the players we're going to be trying to pick up in this series. But we might as well get into our first game against Bury. This is going to be the first league game, so we need to start off with a bang and get our first 3 points on the table. So if we go into the highlights here, you can see in the 10th minute we actually slide the ball across to Daniels with a sliding shot, and it's pretty decent play from the keeper, but there wasn't that much power in the shot, so he probably could have done better. So then we take the corner short and we try and run it towards the goal, but we have a shot and the keeper was able to easily collect it, and that stops that attack. But then in the 19th minute they get an attack. They cut inside, cut back outside, take a shot, and it goes just wide, and we were quite lucky to get off the hook there. Actually, I think that might have been saved or blocked, as it has ended up in a corner, but Lee Nichols was able to come out and punch that, and allow us to try and start a counter-attack. So as you can see here, we've got it with Dembele. We play it out to Max Power, who cuts inside and tries to play it to Loftus-Cheek, who's just too slow to go around his man, and he just gets a foot in. And it does go out for our throw-in, but that ends that counter-attack. And then in the 26th minute, we actually get the ball with Gracia, play it into Wilgrig, play it to Dembele on his debut, who runs in, cuts inside, and manages to finesse it past the goalkeeper into the bottom left or like the middle left of the goal. And he goes to celebrate with the subs, as he has got a debut goal in the 27th minute. He puts us 1-0 up in our first game against Bury, and puts us on our way to getting our first 3 points. So if you see it again, Wilgrig gets the assist there. He just cuts inside, and it's not a great shot, but you know, it doesn't just get past the keeper and to put us 1-0 up. So, and then just before half time, we run down the line with Daniels. Daniels plays the ball into Dembele, who again has a shot from quite far out there. So the type of finish he went for, it was just inside the box, but he does manage to pick up his second debut goal. To get a lovely brace to put us 2-0 up just before half time. And that was a pretty good finish, made up for the finish for the first one. Good play from Daniels to play it into him, and then that was half time pretty much, guys. So yeah guys, we went into that half at 2-0 up, and then they actually do get a shot here. Poor clearance, it falls to Andrew Tutt, who actually does manage to power it into the top left hand corner past Lee Nichols. To grab them a goal back and give them a chance to come back into the game. And then we try and go on a run from kick-off, but we get tackled in a minute. We take the ball off then again, but then Power tries to play it back in to them, and we're just not really getting anywhere. And eventually Dembele gets tackled after he gives it to Loftus-Cheek. So we didn't get very far with that attack, as we did try and shoot with Daniels. And obviously being a centre-back, his actual card, it wasn't very good. But then we do get the ball in the 64th minute. And the ball goes through to Wilgrig, and a good opportunity. It was a great save from the goalkeeper to deny us the goal. Then we do play the ball into Gracia, and it's another great save. And at this point, guys, it was just a succession of corners. This was already our second corner. We put the ball in. It gets punched out again for another corner. We try to whip it in one more time and see if we can get a head on it this time, and it does come straight back out again. So instead of whipping it into the box, I decided to pull a player short and try and get it into the box that way. So we tried to pass it into Wilgrig, but his touch wasn't great, and it meant that we got dispossessed and couldn't get anything from that attack. And then in the 80th minute, they actually do get another opportunity, as they managed to play through their striker on goal, and he just completely bottles it, cracks under the pressure, and he probably should have put it away and got the equaliser. And then they did have another chance with the exact same person, plays it in, goes to the shot, puts it wide again, So that meant that Cameron had two opportunities to get his team back into the game, and he failed to do so. And then we did win the game at 2-1. So that got us our first 3 points on the table, and meant we got our first competitive win. If you don't count pre-season, as you can see, we clearly dominated them. We had 15 shots with 9 on target. They had 4 with 2. But Moussa Dembele got a debut brace for us and sent us on to win the game. So that was pretty good, and we actually had some training to do before our Capital One Cup game against Plymouth Argyle. So we did do this. I'm actually going to swap out Daniels for Gracia at some point, because obviously I'm planning to get rid of Daniels and Gracia as our future star. But nobody went up any ratings. I think that a few went up in like attributes, but not actual ratings. So now we'll get into our second game against Plymouth in the Capital One Cup. And the first opportunity came in the 14th minute when we got the ball with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, fed it through to Will Grigg, who probably should have put that one away. Went for the far post finish across his body, and it was on his weaker foot, and he was unable to put it into the back of the net to give us the earlier lead. But it didn't matter, because I felt as if we could have a few opportunities in this game, even though they did get a clear-cut chance in the 42nd minute, as they were running the ball at the defence. Play it down to Reed, played it in the middle and had a shot and went just over the bar. But it was a good bit of passing from Plymouth and had me worried, and I thought they were going to score. And then straight after the half-time break, we actually put pressure on the player with Gracia, and it's a great save from the keeper. He goes for the rebound, and it's another great save from the goalkeeper. And that was just after we kicked off for half-time, and we really should have probably scored that. But it was two fantastic saves from the keeper, and we were unable to score that shot there. As Barnett's touch wasn't very good, so we didn't get the opportunity to. But nevertheless, we picked the ball up with Daniels, play it into Loftus-Cheek, who goes for the far post shot like Briggs did in the first half, and actually scores this one to get his got a goal in the first episode as well. And it was his second game, so that was a great goal for us to go 1-0 up. The new signings were the only ones that have got the goals in this episode so far. Obviously 2 for Dembele in the first game against Bury, and then 1 for Loftus-Cheek there against Plymouth. So that put us 1-0 up in about the 54th minute, which obviously meant that we were on our way to go through into the next round. They had a good chance there in the 63rd minute where Boateng tried to turn and score, but was unable to do so. And then they have another attack here where they play the ball through, and he is actually able to put it into the goal. I brought the keeper out there with because I thought that he would be able to get the ball, but we were just beaten to the ball slightly, and he was able to slot it into the net before the keeper got there. But nevertheless, he decided to run straight from kick-off. In the 76th minute, we get fouled. Gracia gets fouled there. Their player gets yellow carded, which gives us a free kick. So we go for the shot that I thought I'd try and shoot from a tight angle, because I don't know why, because it was a bit useless, but it did end up getting us a corner, as the keeper did parry it out. And in a way, it was kind of good that we did shoot from that corner instead of crossing it in. We do whip the corner in, and it comes out. We put it back to the edge of the box to Max Power, who dribbles around a few players, plays it through, wins another corner, and eventually we do get the corner with Jacob, whip it in and put about 2 bars of power on it, flick it into the box, and Gracia's there to score an absolutely fantastic header in the 81st minute to put us in a very good position to go through to round 2 of the Capital One Cup, which is great. And if we do see the replay on this goal, you'll see how fantastic a header it is for the young future star that we do have in the team. It was a good ball. He won the original free kick, and he did end up scoring the actual goal as well. So that was great for us. And then again, we had another opportunity, and we actually win the game 2-1. So that was fantastic. We've won both our games so far. Again, totally dominated them, but the scoreline didn't show that. But a win's a win, and that was good for us. We don't need to score a load of goals, but as long as we win, it's not really that important. So it was good. We've through to the next round of the Capital One Cup, and I do want a cup run with this team. If we're not going to win the league, it'd be nice to win something else. But unfortunately, in that last game against Plymouth, Ruben Loftus-Cheek actually got injured, and we go to look at the message, and we see that he's out for 3 weeks. So that's around about 3 games, which is a pretty crucial player in the midfield. So it was disappointing not to get him. As you see, we've got to set our scout out for future to scout some right backs, and I didn't seem very interested in any of them. But let me know if there's any players you actually want me to sign, guys, because I'll be quite happy to take a look at anyone that you recommend. But nevertheless, the last game against next game of the episode and final game will be against Rochdale, and we have a bit of a rotated team. Well, actually, it's all rotated. We've got like Perkins in centre mid, we've got Wilshire, and we've got Vucinic and players like that. We needed the rest of the main players because we played 2 games in a short space of time, and obviously we're in the 3rd tier of English football. They didn't have a great stamina, so they weren't able to play another game. But we do get a very early opportunity in the 5th minute with not Curtis Davis, but Davis, and it was a great finish from him. I believe he's quite low rated as well, but it was a fantastic goal. He was able to open up his body and slot it right into the corner to get the potion in finish, and the keeper was not really getting anywhere near it, to be honest. So that was a very, very good start, as it was only the 5th minute. It was a lovely ball through, and then that finish was just exquisite for the lad of his rating. But so that was a great start because it meant that we were on our way to get 6 points, and then not much happened until around about the 30th minute, as we do pick the ball up there, and then at half time they cross the ball in, and Grant Holt goes for the header, but it was saved comfortably by Skalainen. So that was half time, boys. And then in the 66th minute, we do actually go down the line again with Davis, go for the near post shot, and it's a great save from their keeper to stop Davis getting a break and stop Rochdale going 2-0 down. And then actually in the 80th minute, they get an opportunity here. They go for the cross, the first player misses it, and it's a great take from Jääskeläinen again to make sure it doesn't go past him, and give it to the player that's at the back post ready to head it in. And then they do still keep coming at us. At this point, they were on like all-out attack, and they did need to get a goal. But we were trying to do our best to keep them out, and we did actually get another opportunity here. We play the ball through to Vucinic, cut inside, go for the shot, and it just goes wide. And in the end, it probably looked like we should have capitalised on some of them opportunities, as we do give away a cheap free kick there. I'm not really sure what it was for. It was a bit soft, but in the 90th plus 3 minute, they do get a free kick near at the corner flag, cross it in, and they are able to head home to snatch an equaliser and snatch a point from, snatch 3 points from us and gain themselves a point in the dying minutes of the game. And we did not have enough time to run from kick-off, as it was near enough full time. We did get one last opportunity, which was quite worrying, as obviously we didn't want to go and concede 2 in the last minute, but we were able to head it out, so it wasn't a problem. But I was a bit disappointed because obviously we've been leading the game for like the whole 90 minutes or 89 minutes, and then in the last minute we just threw away the lead from a soft free kick. And if you think about some of the opportunities we've had, you'll have seen them. They were quite good opportunities, and if we'd have put one of them away, we would have been in a very comfortable position to go on and win the game. That game was more even. They were more accurate with their shots, as all of them were on target. But that meant we got 4 points from the first 2 league games, and we were going through to the next round of the Capital One Cup. So I don't think it was a bad start to the league run or the second episode, but I think it was pretty decent. I think we've done well. We're going to do a bit of training as well. I still haven't still got to swap out Daniels for Gracia, but you know, an extra bit of training on him won't hurt. Did pretty well in that one. We got A, C, A and B for all the different players there. And yeah, we've done pretty well. We've still got some signings to make. I think I definitely do need a right back for Daniel, so I don't think he's going to be very good. But we do have some more players to have a look at. But I'm just going to ignore them. I've looked at a few players on the list, and I didn't think they were very promising. But the last bit of action we actually are going to do in this episode is we have scouted the 2 right backs, and Adam Henrich's like the best value for money, as he is younger and higher rated. So we are going to put in a bid of 800,000 for him and hope that Blackburn accept. I don't think we'll do it before the next game, but the next game of the first episode will be against Doncaster, so we'll see how that goes. So apart from that, guys, that's going to be the end of the gameplay for this video. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to swap over to the fixture list. If you remember from last episode, it'll just be a quick overview of what's happened in today's episode, where we stand in the league, etc, etc. So we're just going to go over to that now. So here we are, guys, at the fixture list. There for 3 games we did play from this episode. As you can see, we did win 2-1 against Bury, won 2-1 against Plymouth Argyle, and then we did draw the last game in the 90th minute against Rochdale. So we did gain 4 points in the episode and went through to the next round of the Capital One Cup. And we are currently sitting in the 6th position in the league, which is alright for the first 2 games. I think it's a good standard to be in at this minute, so I think that's pretty good. I don't think there's any worries in particular. Hopefully we'll look to sign a new right back next episode, and Blackburn might hopefully come back to us as well, accepting our transfer offer of Adam Henley. But apart from that, guys, that's going to be the end of the video, so please drop a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any of my videos. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you later. Have a very nice rest of your day.